Hey, it's Greg here with Vincent AI, and I'm going to just be very quickly showing you how to use Colosseum, which is the sort of successor of Microsoft AirSim, in an Apple Silicon architecture. So I'm using an M1 Macbook Pro. This is March 1st, 2024, and I'm more or less going to be using the latest version of everything as of today, except for Unreal. So this is Colosseum. And the first thing we're going to do is just clone Colosseum into, wherever you want to be coding. And then I'm renaming it to YouTube example because I already have my own working version, but you don't have to do that. So while that's cloning, let's talk about Unreal. So I'm using Unreal 5.2.1. As of today, there is 5.3. I haven't tested with 5.3 just because Colosseum doesn't recommend it. No idea if it works. Haven't tried because I don't need any of the new features. But something to bear in mind. And I've already made sure that this is set to current. It's okay to have other versions installed, but we're going to be making sure we're running against 5.2. So with that, we now have Colosseum downloaded. So we're going to go here. And with Colosseum, you should still just be able to run setup and build directly. No need to update anything. This takes, about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on what you're doing, what you already have installed. So I already have all of the brew packages installed, but it does still take a couple of minutes to install this. And then I'll just cut out to the rest of this. I'll just cut out to the end, but it takes about 3 minutes. Alrighty, so yeah, that took about 2 or 3 minutes. And so now we've run setup and build. We're going to move over to the Unreal/environment/blocks directory, and we're going to set up the Xcode workspace. So that's generate project files. And then for me, this is the install directory and the default install directory for Unreal Engine 5.2. So that will generate all of the project files we need, and that takes about 30 seconds, as you'll see. And then we'll just go open that up. Cool. And now we're going to just open up that project file. So it created a file called blocks.exe workspace, and so we're just going to go open that. And so if you're watching this video, my guess is you've sort of made it this far already. All of that is in the documents, and then you've come over here and you've followed the instructions. You've hit Command B, and you get an error. And the problem is, the first problem is that as of Xcode, I think 14 or 15, I'm not 100% sure, but so I'm using Xcode 15 here, which is the latest version as of today. And the problem is we don't have access to Rosetta by default, but that is really simple to fix. So I'm just going to wait for this error to show up, and I believe you get a linker error. While we're waiting, I hope you're having fun with whatever you're simulating. This stuff is really important and a lot of fun. So if you're watching this and this is helpful and you want to learn more about Vincent.ai, which is my company, send me a message. But yeah, so this is a problem. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to enable Rosetta. So to enable it in Xcode 15, all you need to do is come over to Product up here, select the destination architectures, and select show both. And now I can select my Mac, but under the Rosetta destination. And now let's try building that. There's not really much to say while this builds. Yeah, I tend to read Reddit. What do you do while you're waiting for builds? Cool, and that already worked. So really, there's very few steps you need to do here. That's the only thing you need to change, as of today at least. So we can just hit Command R to run this, and that's going to launch the Unreal Engine, and it's going to launch a new workspace. While we wait for that to launch, we can come back over here, and I have just a really simple demo app for you. So just a single Python file. And this is copy and pasted directly from Microsoft's example, except for I just added one additional move just so it runs a little longer. Cool, so Unreal's loading. And all this is basically going to do is if you are using the multi-rotor agent, then it's going to make 2 synchronous moves. And well, then it will try and take some images and do some other stuff, but I think it never gets that because this, in fact, will crash into the ground and never finish. But we don't care because we're just here to show that, like, basically you can connect the client to the simulation, and then, you know, that's what you're going to do with that. That's your business. So cool. So we have Unreal open now. We can just hit play to play this level. You want to hit no because we want the quad rotor, and now we have this quad rotor. And so all we're going to do is I'm just going to run this, and then you can see we're already connected. So we're flying away, and we're going to fly back. So that's all it takes, at least as of today. It's still very easy to get Colosseum running on a M1 Macbook Pro. Yeah, good luck with your simulation. Have fun.